All right, we're back. Oh, goodness. We are live for Game 4. Of the Divisional series. Of course. Hey, yeah, you gotta go and you gotta stay down. Of course, this is, we got the regular stuff, so you won't see much of the other cameras tonight, but you will see more of the batting camera. Of course, we're back. I did not think it was gonna be the case, but we made it. And of course, we're live at Game 4, an elimination matchup back in New York, as the Bombers trying to go ahead and get a win tonight to make it to the championship series, as they take on the San Diego Tropics. And it's a lovely day. Of course, welcome to tonight's matchup. Hello, TTVs. How are we doing tonight, brother? Of course, on the mound tonight for the Bombers is none other than Aviator A6, aka Lamont. Good friend of mine, as this ball is going to go ahead and be a high fly ball to start this game off. And it's going to be caught by left field. And that'll be one away. And he'll be taking up. He is going up against Bernie. So Lamont and Bernie go a bit back. They've worked with each other in the past, so brother on brother matchup, as this one will be taken for a strike. So now you gotta sit down, Gracie. And this one's gonna go ahead and be fouled away. So let's talk about Lamont. Of course, in his third season in the main league. And here he goes, and he gets a strikeout on his second batter he faces today. So bring up Mad Night. So Mad Night going to go ahead and step into the box. Of course, with his usual gear, that being Orange Baby Orange, is this one's going to be a high fly ball. It gets past and sandwiched through. It's going to be a 2-out single. Here comes Ninja. He went ahead and has 20 home runs on the season. Leads the entire majors in that category. And went ahead and continued and added. It got to 20 last night with the home run later in the game. Versus relief pitching. As this one will be a high fly ball. And that one will retire the side. Homicide Matt with the catch, as Icy Burger will come up to lead off. Ninja will go ahead and will come up. From what it looks like. we go ahead and we look at this New York team. They have... This is a stacked lineup. So, Lamont not active that for Game 3, I don't think, but he wasn't sorely missed and all too much as they went ahead in today's match to win. If you guys are dealing with ads, then yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll apply to work on making sure they happen less often, because otherwise I do not have them at max. I don't really make anything about it. So Ninja on the mound for the Tropics, of course, worth noting that he's using the Joe animation while Lamont is using the Halliday animation. Icy batting leadoff. And you wonder with Icy, can he go ahead and can he just get that consistency? Is that one will not be the case. It's tired on the ground ball. So bring up Lamont. Yeah, this is what makes a guy like Lamont. I argue he's the man's a dangerous player as he goes ahead and he hits this one high. Can it get down? It does not. What a catch by the right field to put 2 down. And here is probably the best batter on this Bomber squad. Kate hits Bombs, who batted last night for the... Well, actually not batted. He batted third in the lineup, but he's still... However, and this is a major however. No, Gracie, get down. As this one's going to be a high fly ball. They're going to go ahead and they're going to get the catch. As that was Mad Knight. Cobby's going to go ahead and will come up. So the two pitchers from last night's game will have their at-bats pretty much back-to-back. Of course, Cade went ahead and only had a hit, but it was really... But while it wasn't like his best night, he still managed to go ahead and have himself a strong performance thanks to the outing he had. Threw 100 pitches, 7 innings of work, 2 earned runs. Of course, both of them happened in the 7 on consecutive home runs, but having 10 strikeouts. So Cobby going ahead and already on a 1-1 count. So yeah, X501 I think is active, so now Gracie, god dang cat. What? Do I have to go in and put you in your room? No, Gracie, no. Sorry about that, my cat. There's a strikeout. Put a K on it. Put a K on it. As this will bring up Cindy Morelli. She had a home run, I believe, last night. Won the consecutive shots off of Cade. As this one's going to go ahead and be a high fly ball right into a fan in the stands. So that one will be fouled off for a 1. So Lamont will deal. Takes inside for the 1-1. And you have to admit, when it comes to Lamont, from what I've seen, which we'll talk about in a bit, as there's a nice diving catch by third base. This brings up crazy. God, show me the way because the devil's trying to break me down. 97, 258 on the year. So we saw crazy a bit last night as well. Also, Owen, thank you for the follow. Hopefully you go ahead and you enjoyed tonight's stream. And we'll be on the O2. Lamont gets a deal off. And that one is taken, so the count stays alive. To the 1-2. This one will be left tapped, probably caught up by Matt, and that will be the case. Echo will come up to bat. So Echo going ahead, and he comes off to bat lead off in the bottom of the second. That's my apologies for the. Yeah, so yeah, glad you are. So, oh, of course, actually, since there actually is a whole thing here, I'm probably gonna go ahead and let me actually get this set up because I have not done anything like this in I don't think ever. Let me actually see. Can I get it set up? And this one's going to go ahead and be a base hit. It gets down to Echo with the leadoff single. And this will bring up Homicide Matt. And this one's going to already go ahead and be fouled off. So Homicide Matt. This one he takes for 1-1. So Homicide Matt, as we're just talking about him, as we go ahead and we get our predictions to going. So this is, if you guys have any channel points to go ahead and bet on, who do you have? Do you guys think will win tonight's matchup? And of course, it will be a thing that's going to be for 2 minutes. So you'll take 3-1. Matt, of course, as I was saying, had a masterclass performance. So probably talked about trying to get back into form, and he looks like he's already back in that playoff form from season 26. As last night he was 5 for 5. However, that on-base streak will not continue here. Consecutive at-bats on base. So I'll end on the pop one. But he can still probably get on base. So we'll bring up Carter Loves the Hog. He'll take that one for the 1-0. So this one down and away. And he goes ahead. And he's wisely going ahead and trying to find that ideal pitch. Of course. This one's going to be a high fly ball. Deep to left field. It is gone! And there you go, the first runs of the game. And it comes off the bat of Carter Loves the Hog. And it will be 2-0 New York. So bring up Martin. Already 2-0. For the Bombers. As now we'll go ahead and we'll take strike one. And this one will go ahead and will be now 1-1 on the count. So 2-1 as Nottingham trying to go ahead and hopefully add more fuel to the fire, as this ball is going to be towering foul. That had that one went ahead and been just inside, that probably would have been the most devastating home run in the second inning of all time. As this one will be a love tap right to first. As this will bring up Doogie Pirates. Hey, no. And Doogie Pirate, this is his first game on the, I believe, in the playoffs, as he went ahead and he missed some time due to not having a monitor. Of course, when he does go ahead and he does produce offense, he is as deadly as they get. So here we go as he check swings on the 0-2. Now this one he takes, and it's going to be a 1-2 already. And now this one's going to go ahead and be caught by first base. As Cheesy will come up to start off the third. Oh, what do you mean by that, Buck? That's my honest question. Like, what do you mean by that? Give me a second right though. You must need to go to your room for a bit, okay? I can't have you running around. Alright. My apologies about that. I had to put my cat back up. That's just the 1-1 on the count. But after... Yeah, what do you mean by that? On the... What's the user? Yeah, so this will be the 1-2. This one is a strikeout. What a job by Lamont. To bring up Boyd. And this one... 0-1 on the count. And this 0-1 too. He's one hand, he's worth the count well today. This one will be 2-2 now on the count. And now underneath, ground ball. And this one is fielded by Marivis. And that one will be 2 outs. This will bring up Zach Waxer. Went ahead and didn't get on base in the first. Now this will be the 1-0 on the count. Now 1-1. So Lamont rebounding here a bit. And this one should get down for an out, and it does. Myers with the catch. And if there's been one thing that New York has had all night long, they have had San Diego's number. Of course, not really much in game 2, which they could not finish a deal. So they're trying to go and respawn back. As this one's going to go ahead and be high up. Caught up. That one, Cobby. And this will bring up Praise Icy. So this one will go ahead and be 1-0 outside the zone for Icy. This will be 1-0. Now, right down below the zone, probably could have been hit, but he takes for the 1-1. And this one is going to be a rocket hit deep to right center. And that one will get down for the base hit. Can he get to 2 standing up? And the throw cut off by Mad Knight. Here comes Lamont. You out the right, lad. Of course, he's trying to go ahead and do some damage himself. He's done well on the mound. But what can you do? As this one is a fast strike. That one probably a pitch that I would be shocked about from what I see as a batter. As this one is gonna be popped up. Caught up by Sydney. So this will bring up Cade. What you need. Blow that dope, don't get too out. From the third coast to the west coast, come take this ride. Let me tell her how Jack turns sky over one strip to the sky. Let me tell cause you told it. The cat's fine. She just needed to go ahead and go to her room for a bit. Of course, Cade coming up, using a very odd stance. It's like a more open stance. And here we go. He takes high up for 1-0. That's the one thing about Cade is that he's dangerous when it comes to his bat. And that one hit foul. I'm going to show you guys what I mean. You see, this is him behind there, and they're just doing, once again, something that we saw yesterday, which was a 4-man outfield. As this one's going to be a high fly ball. Deep to left field. Does it have a chance? It does not. Caught up. As he brings up very well fan turnout. Of course, this game though, to Lamont looking for a response, as this one will be 0-1. And now 0-2. This type of ice cream. I've done it out the way. Oh, yo, fuck off. This one's going to be a high fly ball. Bernie at the wall. It's gone. And it's at Yankee Stadium. I think he'll take that one any day of the week. Now he's the first home run of the night. Score 2-1.
Look, I like my red bone, fat, jello, light skin, yellow, iced out. Hello, I'm the king of New York, mellow.
So bring up Mad Night. Kind of funny that he uses the King of New York. This is a Pop Smoke song, but as a San Diego Tropic, even though in New York, the logic is funny. Got Aaron Judge though, since he actually does use that walk up in the main league. And this one will be 2-1. So now Lamont going ahead, and this one will be hit foul away. So 2-2. And this one fouled away again. So another 2-2 count. And now the full count. This is where sometimes you go mid speed, and there you go, the corner, and that one will retire Mad Knight. This will bring up Ninja. So Ninja will go ahead and will take strike one. And this one he takes for the 0-2. So Lamont, once again, doing a good job getting into those 0-2 strikes. It's just This is an issue for a lot of pitchers. Honestly. Can you finish? Try to put him away with the bait. Ninja check swings, but he did not go. So that one will be 1-2. And he does a good job on that. What the fuck? That's a fucking pitch. Man. Oh shit. That was a pitch. And here we go. This one's a high fly ball. Probably going to get down, and it was. So the 2-out single for Cobby.
Oh, you got power. Superpowers. Do you even know how to wield them? I got you.
Here is Sydney. As she takes. You can see from that pitcher's cams. So this is a little bit of a view from what he saw. This one, back pick, try to get him. Does not. So this sucks. It's really pitches done if done right. They're gonna go and they're gonna get you far. As this one is a pop up. And for the third time all game, Matt gets a catch. As here comes Echo. As I think myself, this is the fourth inning. So my apologies. I went ahead and I made a slight miscalculate. So we're on the fourth. Echo coming up. As there's two southpaw dealers. As he takes 1-1. Not 1-1. 1-for-1 tonight, but he takes 1-0. And this one, check swing, did not go. It was high up in the zone anyways. So, saves himself. And that one is a strike. As this one is going to be ground ball right to Sydney for the first out.
Starboy, you're my hero.
And then here comes Homicide Matt. And Homicide Matt, this one, whew, just early, and I don't think he's happy about that. And he's this one he takes for inside, so the 0-2. This will be 1-2. And this one grounded up. Matt gets retired for the second out. So we'll bring up Carter.
I ain't thinking that I ain't gonna feel it. Yeah. I ain't just saying right in my system.
So now, well, it's an outside pitch. Of course, Carter had that home run earlier. That broke open the game. It gave the Bombers a 2-0 lead. As this one's gonna be a high fly ball. Good hit, but right to left field. So that one will retire the side. So as we go to the top of the 5th. Of course, the predictions went ahead and they have with the channel points, right to say the Chaos Brownies. San Diego is favored to win tonight. Of course, there you go. There's a strikeout. Lamont going ahead and dealing well. So bring up Cheesy. Of course, using the. I believe is this Ken Griffey? This one, 0 for 2. So my apologies for me coughing. This one, for 1-2. Golly, not again. Let me take this off. Low pitch. 2-2. Cheesy trying to go ahead and stay alive. Lamont just trying to finish him off. That one. What's your strike indicator? And there you go. Chopper up to second. 2 away. Brings up Kirby. Now 2 now to Kirby. Grounded up. Fielded. They get it. Nodded. Go ahead and look at this. Go ahead and come up. There's a bomb in the 5th. Look at the stats so far. Lamont has been exceptional. 5 innings pitched, 5 Ks, 1 earned run. That being the solo shot too. To Bernie. So Nottingham will get aggressive, and that will be it. That'll make it 0-1 the count. So a swing and a miss. I did not get the hantavirus. If you've probably heard like a lot of streams in the past, I cough a lot, and this is unfortunately because I have asthma issues, so I have not been going ahead. I have not done a nebulizer serum, so likely do like tomorrow. But yeah, we did not catch the hantavirus. We did not catch corona. You do not get the flu. This is just, unfortunately, me dealing with asthma and then also whatever fucking season allergies is. This one is a fucking dot. Oh god, that nasty word. This will bring up Rivis, who's been at shortstop for New York tonight. As he goes ahead, he takes the 1-0, and for a lot of the players I've seen tonight, like there's some guys that I will say I've just familiar with. As this one, Marivis gets it down, the early bloop single. It works out, pulls it just enough. As Myers will go ahead and will come up. It's a lot of just. So for those first-time viewers, you see, there's always those connections. Of course, with Cade, I'm pretty sure some viewers might be familiar with that one dude who 1v1 Juicy John. That one is the case. Cade, of course, one of the most dangerous, just one of the most dangerous players. Period. Like there's no doubt about it. As this one will go ahead, pull up one. As this one, Marivis somehow gets back to fucking first. I do not agree with the idea of going ahead and Alan honestly would have done second then first. But hey, Marivis went ahead and once again with the great jobs as Spetty Mako coming up to bat leadoff. And he's already 0 for 2 on the count. Of course, Mako, his first appearance at the plate, still looking for that base hit on the season. As this one will be a love tap. Mad Knight scoops it up and will get the outs. So the end of 5. Let's head to the top of 6. I don't even know. I think Myers is one. He used Jazz Chisholm. Yeah. Yeah, that one looks like Jazz. God dang it. Phlegm. Yeah, we're going ahead and we'll show you guys it in the shop. Behold the power of Jazz Chisholm. So yeah, and for those wondering, yeah, you and I have it, but I don't really use it. The ones I prefer to using in general, this is probably like my 5. But firstly, I use basically more often than not. There's, of course, Corey Seager, who I feel like is Corey Seager and then Shin-Soo Choo both have. They are both like the best batting stances in the game, in my opinion. And then from there, Benintendi is a good one. I've used Benintendi, believe it, a few times. Matter of fact, I used him actually. Oh, Bernie! Deep! God! So brother on brother crime happens again. And Bernie will go ahead and will take the lead for San Diego. In the top of 6. And it's a 2-home run night. That has been the only man that has really given Lamont problems all night. Mad Knight's one I'm not sure about, but yeah. Outside of like the 3 I've mentioned when I talked about batting stances. So Seager, Chu, Benintendi, right? And then from there, I feel like this is where all the other ones I would use. I feel like Bryce Harper's a good one, honestly. See, I've used Bryce Harper to where, yeah, I feel like he's good, but like he's. And then who else? Probably Andy Pajes, maybe even Julio Rodriguez. Even though the latter I do not like. Period. This man has been probably has gotten the worst slander from me. Period. In general, because just because of the fact that he is. Because I have to hear the words about him being, oh, this man's the best center fielder in baseball. Yeah. Gang, you know who's the better center fielder? He has 2 rings and all that. It's some guy named Andy Pajes. You should watch his highlights. He's nice. Okay, good batting stance still, so. Other than that, that's really honestly it. Like, Trout was an old one that I used to use. Now, believe it or not, like, there's a strikeout right there by Lamont. So he responds back well. So, yeah. When I first actually remember getting into baseball, right? And this is going to be a little bit of a story time, right? Back then, it was 2015 or 2014. It was like basically like when you like those year in Sports Illustrated Kids magazine books. Yeah, I'm that old. That was my interest. Is this one's gonna be roped? Ninja will go ahead and will get a base hit, and he will stay at first. So here comes Copy. But yeah, so when I first actually started remember reading like those old things. This is like 2014, 2015. So that'd be like the past. Like, of course, I'd be interested in football, obviously. And this one, another bloop hit. Don't tell me that this 6 is going to unravel. And that throw going ahead and landing safe. So the runner's on the corners.
Do you even know how to wield them? All God's children.
So Sydney will come up. But like I was saying, so like those early magazines, of course, you'd have like the Royals having their little mini dynasty, or that, where they want it. But one of the first names I remember was Mike Trout. And believe it or not, I think that was like the first kind of batting stance I actually got in HCBB, period, was Mike Trout. That's the one I used the longest before I went ahead and I tried to find like the ideal one. Of course, that's just the weird history story time moment. That's 2-1 on the count. Lamont trying to look for a double play. And this one he'll take for 2-2. But yeah, the runners are in the corners, but they need those 2 outs. Of course, keep an eye for third base. He is playing a bit inside more. Likely a bunt. And there's a strikeout. He can play regular. Bring up very happy crazy. And this one will be fouled away. And there you go. This is going to be a fly ball outside. So Lamont trickling into that yellow stam territory. And this one taken outside for the 1-2. And this will go ahead and will be a chopper. Now the first, Lamont with the solo field. Sort of. He will come up to bat. End the 6th inning. The Bombers went ahead and lost the lead, though. Score 3-2. The EGT. And this one's going to go ahead and be fouled away. And this one. Now 0-2. Lamont trying to go ahead and get outside, and he gets put away. This will bring up Cade. And if there's one thing about Cade, from what we saw in these past 2 games, it's not a matter of if he can get on base, because he's one of the best hitters. It's just a matter of when. They're not going ahead and give him much favors, though, lining up in the 3-man outfield. Go ahead and he'll take 3-man outfield, 3-man infield, and then 4-man outfield. 1-1 the count, though. So 1-1. He goes ahead, and this one is going to go ahead and get caught up by Sydney. And that's when the story of Cade just cannot get those chances.
Tropics, you're my hero.
There we go. So Echo was walked. And they're going to walk for Homicide Matt. Which I do not know about how I feel about that. Maybe it's me. But yeah, if he's due to get himself one anyways. He hasn't, but oh, ain't from me. I'll let you know right now. 1-1 on the count. Ninja steps off. Taking some time out. Go ahead and actually help with that. I don't know why they blocked LFAL. And there you go, Chopper. And that one will end the inning. And this has just been... The frustration goes ahead and continues tonight. For San Diego. Not for San Diego, for New York. It's the 7-inning stretch. Gotta say. Both sides are going ahead and are doing their best baseball. At least on the mound. The offenses... They did enough originally, but it's wonder if they could do more. Of course, we're going to get on and we're going to get back to the action. Until then, though, we shall see. Here comes Cheesy. And Lamont will look to go ahead and work the 7th inning. So risky decision. As of course we have another game up. So this is probably the one that we're going to read after, which is 24/7 Noob. San Francisco taking on Milwaukee. And this one's going to be a high pop-up. Lamont with one away. Bring up,
I go out for tell her beat it.
who's your boy?
Yeah. I go out for tell her beat it.
So, of course, another game that's going to be happening is going to be Detroit versus Edmonton. Of course, only the teams playing at home, only the Bombers are the team that, while lower seeded, they have the advantage. Okay. Otherwise, the higher seeded teams are looking to go ahead and get some needed wins. Detroit, though, last night went ahead and they won 7-4 off of that go-ahead double. So can they get it figured out? Kirby trying to go ahead and figure something out. And the pitch taken up. And it's 91 pitches so far for Lamont. And this one, he puts the work down. And that one will go ahead and will finish the job. Zach Waxer coming up. Look at the pitching comparisons. It's been much of the same. I mean, they both sides have found ways to dominate and to put up quality starts. As this one will be a high fly ball, and pitch number 93 ends him as a fly out. Carter will go ahead and come up. So we will see Ninja come up for his turn on the 7th. Of course, likely we'll see Lamont be done for tonight. And if that's the case, 7 innings, 3 earned runs, and 8 strikeouts isn't anything to scoff at. As Carter will go ahead and will take ball 1. Had the home run originally that got the scoring started off. But since then, New York has been anemic offensively. Trying to get the top of the order up for the 8th and 9th. As he goes ahead and he takes 1-1. And this one's going to go ahead and be chopped up. Cobby throwing. Good quick throw, and he got it. This will bring up the pinch hitter. And this is probably a guy that you're gonna have to play cautious too. That being Matthew. Of course, Kirby, the mobile player for the San Diego. New York, this is their best mobile player. And he's already working the count to his favor with 2-0. And this one's going to go ahead and be a pop-up. And nothing there. 2 gone.
I got a girl, she a London thing. She wanna roll and smoke one thing. I'm on the
So Marivis will go ahead and will come up. And there's been one thing. For as good as he is, can you wonder, can he has that big moment in him? And there's also another thing to write home. It's been the pitch count that by Marivis, not Marivis, excuse me, a Ninja. We're in the 7th inning and he hasn't even reached yellow stamp. So of course, Maddox is off the table, but a complete game is still very well likely, as this one will go ahead and end the 7th. So this one will bring up the 8th inning. Yeah, hopefully you go ahead and you figure that one out, bruh. Again, me personally, when I let that happen. And again, there was a certain incident that happened, actually, versus AJ. No, I'm not gonna talk about it. So Lamont.
Look, I like my red bone, flat, cello, light skin, yellow. I
Start off the inning with the intentional walk of Bernie. Cool. It's understandable why he's taking him deep. Mad Night. So Aries are trying to go ahead and probably get the quick out immediately. Of course, new reliever on the mound. That, of course, being, I believe, what's his name? I did not see his name. Oh, it's Carter. So Carter, I believe this is the second inning. This is the second day of work, which already they're going ahead and they're going to take their time a bit. We're using a different pitching animation now, the park animation, which you saw last night when Cade was on the mound. So Mad Knight takes inside, and that one a very well done take, as it's going to be too low. And he steps off the mound again. Not sure what that's all about. And this one will be 2-1 now on the count. And this one's going to go ahead and be a high fly ball. Cade with the catch, so that won't be one away. And he tries to actually take two, and he does. And this one will be 1-0. 1-0. And this ball is going to go ahead and be fouled away as he's the wrong camera angle there. So Tatis actually hit a home run. That disappointing. So Ninja 2-1 the count. And the 2-2 coming up. And now the 3-2. So runner in score position. Ninja trying to go ahead and get the base hit. And this is the ideal count, which was full. And this one, he goes ahead and he gets the strikeout. Cobby coming up. Here we go. 1 on the count. Now 2-1 coming up for Copy. Trying to go ahead and get the offense up and going. This one is going to go ahead and get down for the out. Just reacted in time. Is coming up. He goes to the top of the 8th. Ninja with plenty of arm left in him. Outlasting the man who started the game. And this one will be 2-0 to start off. And this one's going to be hit. Caught. Carter, I believe, Cheesy with the catch. So Mako going ahead and sorry about that. Finally get this man to yellow stand. And they finally do that, as this one will be hit foul. I do not have the virus. Again, it's issues with my asthma. Also Melanizer, thank you for the follow. You got my thing up and fixed, but bottom of the 8th. Just reaching yellow stam has Ninja. As this one will be the same issues. Right to first. So bring up Lamont. Sydney has had just whenever the balls hit to her, she's just so we'll feel it. As this one is gonna be hit. Can Sydney get there? No, she cannot. And this has been a frustrating game offensively for Lamont. And now he takes it for 1-1. So 6-5 the score, so it's a bit of a shootout out in Milwaukee. Cheesy with going ahead and getting another fatter retired. And that has been one thing Ninja's done really well at. Has been putting the ball down in play, avoiding the bat. When you look at the numbers, you can understand why. So 8 innings pitched, 4 Ks. And this one will be the first out. Now we actually got something I just found out. Kerr actually is going to return to the Warriors. Wow, the 1-out. This one's going to be just past the infield. And that'll be a 1-out single. Here comes Cheesy. And that one will be 1 on the count. And this one will be the catch made. 2 outs. So it brings up Lloyd Kirby. And now 2-0. And this one will be fouled off. So 2-1 on the count. So 2-2 now. And the 24 pitch taken for strike 3. That's been one thing. New York's been excellent at striking out. San Diego's been excellent at just pitching management. So K will come up. And it's the bottom of the 9th. And he will go ahead and he will take it for a 1. So Cade takes out upstairs. That one, 1-1. And there you go. Can it get down? It does. Base hit. Cade finally gets on base. Sydney could not get that one. I just will bring up the echo. Do you walk echo? Considering the fact that you have Homicide Matt on deck. And this will be taken downstairs for 1-0. 3-2 the score. The winning run at the plate for the Bombers. Looking for a double play ball. As this one he takes high up for a strike. Sydney's a boy? Hold up the deception! She lied! They lied, bro! They lied! Rafa lied. 2-2 now. The count running high. A game of chess. As this one is going to be right to awaiting Kabi. And this will bring up Homicide Matt.
Starboy, you're my hero.
Now one must wonder, can you get Homicide and Matt out? Maybe this is where you want to set up your double play. And he takes Logan away for ball 1. And this one, swing and a miss. 1-1 on the count. Two one now as he takes this one high up. And of course, what is going on? Ninja going ahead and stepping off. Now back on. What can Matt do? And here we go. Matt, the high fly ball. And that one is 2 gone. So the match is still alive. Up to Carter loves the hog. Orbital talking to Carter. He is the last man standing. If there's one person, and they will walk him. And it is probably the safe call, considering it will be up to Meridius. So Carter, so this one put Cade at second, Kabi with no pitching left, and the call to the bullpen to come up. They will not have Ninja go ahead and complete this game, which I probably thought he would have, all things considered. Considering that you're facing off against a guy that, yes, he's 1 for 2. He has not had the season that he's hoped. Maybe you can get aggressive with him. But they will go ahead and end the line. So it's 8 2/3 of work. It's almost a complete game, really. Ninja will be subs out. And here will be Mad Night. This one will be a 1. They're still going to use the Jill animation versus Meridius. San Diego with the win tonight forces Game 5, which will be back in San Diego. However, if Meridius can get the base hit, hit one into the gap, it will be, they could potentially tie. Out the park though, will end it, as this one's a high fly ball, and this will end the game. San Diego forces Game 5. And we will be back in San Diego, I believe, Tuesday. Unless... My apologies for coughing there again. So we'll be back for Game 5. And that one out. If it's tomorrow, we will be there. Either we'll still be there, it's just... That'll be the question. Will it be tomorrow, or will it be Tuesday or Monday? Because tomorrow is Mother's Day. Which, happy Mother's Day to all the parents of, all the mamas of these HCBB players. And also to my own mom. So that will go ahead and we'll end it for tonight. So your final score, San Diego with the win, to tie up the series. And Kill or be killed hour will be the challenge in San Diego. And that'll do it for me tonight. Of course, congratulations to the winner of the prediction poll. That's Bellinger. So that one will go for TTV. So hopefully we'll be back for Game 5. But we are going to go ahead and we're going to sign off. So thank you guys so much for going ahead and tuning in. Because of course we have our raid that we are coming up with. It will be. So stay tuned as HCBB coverage will continue on 24/7 Noob and his channel. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to raid him. Let him know we coming over. And until then, my name's Chaostopia. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you and good night from New York.